All right, hello, and welcome to the latest episode of the what was the new name? Because we discovered Popcorn Podcast has a lot of podcasts called that.
Yeah. Oh, wait. It was the Poppin' Popcorn Podcast,
Oh,
and
the
then you were
Poppin'.
spelling it Pawpin.
Poppin', that's right. We're gonna call it the
Raisin.
Poppin' Popcorn Podcast for Razy Wazy, who is our crazy dog that's going on a walk with us tonight.
Yeah.
So the topic tonight, which now I feel bad. So before we started, I asked Brooklyn what topic she wanted to talk about. She said comedies. And then I said, well, what if we talked about 80s movies? Because she just watched Breakfast Club. And,
Best movie ever.
And I thought, well, maybe she'd want to talk about 80s movies. So she agreed to that, but now I feel bad.
No, it's fine. We're going to do comedy another time.
Okay. All right, we'll save it.
Do it.
Okay.
I felt bad because I thought you didn't like the idea. I thought you thought it
do
was
like
a bad
the idea. No, I love the idea.
Oh, okay.
Although I feel like I need a little bit more prep work with that.
Okay.
I need to think about comedies. I'm going to come up with some comedy questions for you.
Ooh, okay.
We're make you perform a stand-up comedy routine.
No, thank you.
Okay. No?
No.
So, 80s movies.
Raisins.
First off,
Stop.
what?
You need to pay attention.
I am paying attention.
Raisin has gone to the bathroom like 3 times and you walk off when she's trying to go to the bathroom.
I was actually watching a video last night on how to train your dog to not pull on a leash. And one of the things they said is we need to get her a longer leash.
Yeah.
Because the 6-foot leash is just not doing it. It's not
Well,
cutting it.
another thing, she's perfectly fine when I took her on a walk when you were gone.
Yeah, but at night?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was at night. It was when it was getting darker out, too.
So she just gets wound up when I take her?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just you. She just gets wound up.
Because I'm just the fun one. All right, back
Yeah.
to 80s movies. Here, hold on.
Okay.
What originally made you get into 80s stuff? Why did you... I know what it is.
I have no clue. I think it may be because
Oh,
Stranger Things,
I was
maybe?
going to say,
I'm not sure, though, because I kind of just started liking 80s.
But you didn't start liking 80s until after you watched Stranger Things. So maybe Stranger Things wasn't the only reason, but
Yeah.
it was definitely a big part of it.
Yeah.
You know, you liked all the nostalgia.
Yeah.
And for me, growing up in the 80s, that's a
Because you're old.
big part. Wow.
You are.
I'm not that old.
You grew up in the 80s. You're
I'm not even
old.
40 yet.
That's
So
old.
that's a big
Unless
part
you're
of
Kristen.
my childhood.
Because wasn't she born in the 80s?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kristen is
Really?
Brooklyn's aunt.
Oh, dang.
So-
Sorry, she looks younger than that.
So, Mommy and I were 84. Your Uncle Jason was 86. Your Aunt Kristen was 87. Let's see. Brad was 85? 86? 86.
Oh, wow.
So, anyway. So you have a whole bunch of... Woo! Raisin just did a full 360 around Brooklyn. You are wound up tonight. It's because of the
can I hold her?
topic. Good luck. It's because of the topic. She's just so excited to talk about 80s.
Raisin, with me. Nope.
Brooklyn
Wait.
thinks that she's the dog whisperer over here, and all of a sudden Raisin's going to behave.
Raisin. But you
'Kay.
think she's not panting anymore.
So, what made you get into what is it about the 80s that you like? That you're drawn to?
I don't know. I think it's just the style. The movies are there's more of everything in the movies.
Okay?
So I feel like nowadays everything is really set to
There is,
if it's
you're
like
right.
a horror
there's,
movie, if it's like a horror movie, there's only horror in
There's
it.
a little bit of everything.
There's
There's racism, there's sexism.
No, that's not what
there's-
I'm talking about. Because in the
But
Breakfast
that's something
Club,
you have to acknowledge.
No, well, yes,
And
but
the 80s movies are some
With
80s
me-
movies
with me.
don't. I mean, most of them have their flaws, but a lot of them they have some really rough spots.
Raisin with me. Yeah, that's true. But I'm talking about with the Breakfast Club, because you have drama in it, you have friendship, you have relationships. My favorite
Okay.
part.
Okay.
But you also have something. I think one of my favorite parts about it is that it has a lot of funny, lighthearted topics, but then it also has some serious topics.
Yeah. So you just watched. So let's talk through some of the 80s movies you've watched.
Yeah. I would
Just
like
watch-
to point out she's not panting as much.
She's still pulling though.
Yeah, but I'm not acting like a wimp and going.
Okay, fine. Okay, so Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
What'd you think of it? All right, you just said you loved it. What was it that you liked about it?
Specifically the ending.
What part
I
of the
don't
end?
want to spoil it.
Oh, okay.
Can I just say this is a
Forget
spoiler?
about me.
Can I say this is a spoiler?
What?
Like this is gonna be a spoiler.
Spoiler alert for
But I
an
think-
80s movie.
At the end, I don't remember what all the characters' names are because it doesn't really show it that well.
Okay.
But hey, now she's fun to pull. Raisin. So at the very end, when Emilio Estevez
Okay.
kisses that one girl, and then the red-haired girl kisses that cool dude.
Okay, so yeah, I can't remember their names either. I just
Yeah.
know Molly Ringwald.
I don't know who that is.
She is the red-haired girl.
Oh.
She's like
I think her name is like Carrie or something.
the
I don't know.
quintessential 80s girl. Like
Oh, okay.
80s girl movies, or she was in 16 Candles. She was in.
Which I can't
Like-
watch, and I'm so mad about.
So there were a whole bunch of movies in the 80s that she was in.
Yeah.
And then
Raisin.
what's his
No.
name?
Stay
You know
with
the
me.
really nerdy kid.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah. So no, it's okay because he grows up to be like
Wait, the
he's,
nerdy kid in the Breakfast Club?
Yeah,
That one? Oh.
he's still an actor.
Well, no, the character is sad.
Oh,
though.
yeah,
Once
yeah.
you find out his story and
Agreed.
oh my gosh, so sad.
Um,
and what he got put in detention for.
He is now an actor, and I mean he's still an actor,
Can you
but
hold this?
he plays
Hold
much more like cooler roles since then. He
Ah.
what's it called? A glow up.
Yeah, Glow.
Okay, so
Good job.
Yeah. He's in, what was the last movie I saw him in?
Unlike
Oh, he was in one of the most recent Halloween movies.
Oh really? Oh
Mm-hmm.
wow. Like that is very unlike the guy who plays Kevin.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't really age well.
Well, but the difference is like Macaulay Culkin, like he kind of knows who he is and kind of accepts it. Like, hey, I am who I am, and is comfortable with that.
Like you.
I don't think like me.
Yeah. Comfortable with being weird.
Yes,
Which-
exactly.
Embarrassing.
Exactly. Even better. That's a bonus. Okay, so Breakfast Club, A+. You loved it.
Yes.
I would agree.
A+.
It's
To your teacher brain.
pretty good. Pretty good movie. Well, I mean, they're in a school.
Yeah. That's
Detention,
true.
obviously. Duh. Okay, so what are some other 80s movies that you enjoy?
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
I recommend that to like all of my friends. I've recommended it to them so many times. They can't watch it, and I'm really disappointed.
You know, I didn't.
But it's so good.
I didn't watch it for the first
like
time
Patrick
until I think I was in like college,
Really?
and your mother watched it with me.
Probably.
She was like, "You've never seen it before?" I was like, "No, I haven't watched it before."
Ridiculous.
And so, because I was more of the like rom-coms of the like 90s rom-coms.
Yeah.
Didn't really watch a lot of the 80s.
Mhm.
Okay, so Dirty Dancing. What else?
Especially Patrick Swayze in that movie. he's quite fine in that movie.
All right. So, what is he better in?
Oof.
The Outsiders or Dirty Dancing?
Dirty Dancing.
Okay.
I think just because he seems too much like a dad.
Yeah, he
And
does kind of have to play
The
that role to
Outsiders.
his brothers.
I like him more as a bad boy.
Yeah. Now, Outsiders, did that come out in the 80s?
I think so. I think it was late 80s, early 90s.
All right, what else? What other 80s movies do you enjoy? I know one that you haven't mentioned yet.
Probably. I'm trying to think of all of the 80s movies.
You-
She's All That was an 80s movie.
no, She's All That was a 90s
I mean, not
movie.
She's All That. She's Out of Control.
She's Out of Control was
80s
an
movie?
80s movie?
The one that, yeah, I think so. The one that you can't watch. Which I'm so mad about.
Why can't I watch it?
Because remember, it went off right after I watched it. It went off
okay.
of Prime. But that one's a good one. So is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That's the one you hadn't
Yeah.
mentioned yet. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is a classic. Although, like,
Yeah, I like it, but it's more of like if I need a laugh or just like a chill, lighthearted movie.
Yeah.
There's not any, like I love, in order for me to really enjoy a movie, there has to be the lightheartedness to it, but also there has to be some sort of like serious topic in it. Like they at some point they need to talk about some kind
but
of
he's
serious
such a
topic.
horrible friend. Like,
He is, yeah.
like I feel bad for, was it Cam?
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
The fact that he's actually sick at home and
Yeah.
he like wrecks his dad's car and oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's I do feel bad for him. Oh, another oh wait, no, that was just 2000s. Mean Girls was 2000s, right?
Girls, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think about what other 80s movies I've seen.
Now there are some that you need to watch, like Sleepless in Seattle,
Oh yeah.
classic rom-com. I think Tom Hanks was big rom-com guy in the
Okay.
80s.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Beauty and the Beast came out in the 80s, didn't it?
No.
It was either 70s or 80s.
It was no, it was 90s.
Oh, 90s.
Because so Little Mermaid came out in 88,
Oh, yeah.
and then which was first? There was a stretch because it was Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, and Aladdin all kind of came out back to back.
Oh, yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I'm trying to think of more 80s. What other 80s movies?
I don't know. Maybe you just need to watch more 80s movies.
I do need to watch more 80s movies. We never watch them though. I never have good ones. Nobody ever recommends them to me.
Well, so the problem is that I go to recommend one to you, and then I look it up, and I'm like, oh, that was
because 80s was not very appropriate.
not very politically correct. So,
Oh,
for example,
yeah.
there's one called Weird Science. When I was a kid, that was one of my all-time favorites. Has the nerdy kid from Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah.
However, and it's basically about these two boys who science up their own girl,
Oh.
like woman. But there are some things that did not age very well in that one.
Yeah.
And then 16 Candles, another one.
I'm so mad I can't watch that one. It's all because there's like one scene in it that I can't watch.
And 16 Candles, actually, another probably shocker, but I've never seen 16 Candles.
Really?
Never seen it, yeah.
Dang.
See, I was more, like I said, I was more about 90s, like Julia Roberts movies. That was my...
Wait, Julia Roberts, No, never mind. I was thinking of Julie Andrews.
No, Julie Andrews was
She was Sound of Music, right?
yeah.
Maria, yeah.
And
and Mary Poppins.
And what was the movie you just watched?
Oh, yeah,
Princess
I know
Diaries.
what you're talking about, yeah.
She's the grandma.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Julia Roberts, but she was more like 90s, because her first one that I remember watching was Mystic Pizza, which I can't remember. I feel like that was late 80s.
Yeah.
But like my best, actually I added it to your queue.
Oh, okay.
But like My Best Friend's Wedding.
Oh, yeah, I saw
there's
that
a whole
one.
stretch of rom-coms like that.
Yeah.
She's really good in.
Yeah, I cannot. Was How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, was that?
90s.
That was 90s. I think 10 Things I Hate About You is 90s too.
Wait, what'd you say before that one?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That was 2000s, I think.
Wait. No, that was 2000, early 2000s, I think.
Yeah.
I was thinking 10 Things I Hate About You. They were both pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
Also really good.
I don't know. Like, I'm seriously so stuck on 80s movies. Like, what other ones have I seen? I know I've seen more.
Well,
I just can't think of what movies. It's so hard to find the difference between 80s movies through, like, 2000s movies. Because they
which is
look
so weird to me.
so similar.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Like,
No, they don't. The
yeah.
fashions are so different.
Well, like, I had
But-
to think about if My Girl was a 2000s movie or not. because that one was from the 2000s. It was like 2001,
No, it was
I
not.
think. Yeah.
No.
It's like 2001.
No.
Yes.
No.
I think so.
No, Macaulay Culkin was a little kid in that movie. So it had to have been
Yeah.
at least, he was younger than he was in Home Alone.
Wait, was this the kid? Dude.
Wait, well, that was Macaulay Culkin, wasn't it?
Yes, I didn't think about that until just now. I didn't make the connection that they were the same
So
person.
I saw a list. Someone put out a list of the saddest movies of all time.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had our episode recently.
Yeah.
And My Girl wasn't even on the list.
What? Was Marley and Me on the list?
Marley and Me was number 8, I think.
Thank goodness.
But seriously,
Michael, everybody sobs after watching
Marley and Me was a sad movie, but
Oh, it was awful. That
But-
one is the second saddest movie I've ever seen. My Girl.
definitely My Girl is sad.
I know. What was number 1?
I want to say maybe like Schindler's List, I think, was up on the list.
Oh.
And that one's about the Holocaust. So, and
Yeah.
that one's a really good movie and really sad. So
Mhm.
I get it, but still, like,
Yeah.
man. And then there were some movies on that were like had some like twists in it that made them sad.
Oh,
Anyway.
I'm gonna look at that when I get home. What was it on?
It was a TikTok.
Oh, okay, I'll look at it.
There's
Or
a
I'll
TikTok
just look it up.
There's a
on-
TikTok I've been following where he sends a Google form out to his followers and gets 1,000 results and then comes
Can
up with
you
a top 10 list.
Send me that account.
Yeah, as soon as the next time I see one of his posts, because I can't remember his name, but
Yeah.
as soon as I see one of his posts, I'll just send it to you.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, it's 1,000 people who follow him, so like
Yeah.
it's more tailored to people who would follow his account. So it's not like a overall.
Yeah.
But so more 80s. Oh, I'll think about it. I'll come up with some more.
I know like Back to the Future was one, but I haven't seen that.
You need
Yeah.
to watch Back to the Future, Indiana
Well-
Jones.
I've seen an Indiana Jones movie. I'm not as obsessed with it as you are. It's okay. Like I'll gladly watch the new one, but it doesn't really interest me a whole lot.
You shut your face. That is not cool.
Okay, well to be
No,
fair,
Indiana Jones is my childhood, man.
there have been movies that you don't like.
No,
that
it's
I
true.
Like The Turning.
Terrible movie.
It's
Terrible
okay,
movie.
It's not a great movie.
Made no sense.
It's not a great movie, but it's an okay movie. It made sense. It made more sense than Run Rabbit Run. You should watch
Oh,
that movie.
no
By the
thanks.
end of it, I was so confused.
Why
there
would
were
I wanna-
like 7 different story plots.
Why would I want to watch a movie that has that horrible of a reaction from you?
I don't know. That one and Unknown Visitor. I apologize, it's just my opinion. If y'all love those movies, it's fine. But, Unknown Visitor is probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Ooh, we should make a list of those, like worst movies
Worst movies ever seen. Yes. Yeah.
or like movies that people like that you don't. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
anyway, any last minute thoughts on 80s movies? I
No,
get it.
don't
I
think
agree
so.
with you.
Yeah.
Like I like the. Oh, what about Top Gun? Have you seen Top Gun?
Nah, I don't really care to see Top Gun.
There's love in it. There's a love story in it with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, but like, it's Tom Cruise. I don't care about Tom Cruise.
Okay. But
Not
he's
like
in the,
most girls.
But he's in The Outsiders too.
What? Oh yeah, he's Two-Bit's friend.
Yeah. Wait, which one's Two-Bit? Emilio Estevez?
Yeah.
So he's not Steve, is there?
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Steve?
Oh, I
No?
think so. Maybe it's Steve. I think it's Steve.
He's not one of them Socias, is he?
No. He's a
Okay.
side character. Tom Cruise looks ugly in that movie. I think they made him look ugly in that movie, but like,
He also has a chipped tooth in that movie.
yeah. Probably
All right.
why I look ugly.
All right, on that note, Tom Cruise, if you're listening to this, just remember, Brooklyn said rude things. I apologize.
I didn't say it. I didn't say rude things.
All right.
I just don't care for you. I'm
All
sorry.
right. Next,
Get up, everybody.
until next time on what is it?
Poppin' Popcorn Podcast.
The Poppin' Popcorn Podcast. PPP. Goodbye.
Bye.
Say bye.